Hello! Welcome to the Sign Polyglot. My name is Destiny, and today I wanted to discuss a really important topic, psychogenic deafness, or deafness that stems from the mind. As we go through the research together, I think it'll be easy to spot just how strong that connection is between mind and body. So today's video is going to discuss 5 things. What is psychogenic deafness? 2, how to recognize or diagnose it. 3, what does it look like, which really depends on the person. 4, what kind of therapy helps? And 5, how do we support someone who has psychogenic deafness? And that's probably the reason why you're watching this video today. What is psychogenic deafness? Most people around the world are deaf because of a physical glitch, something in the inner ear, something that's blocking it, or broken physically in the ear. Psychological deafness is when the mind blocks sound, trying to protect itself. So typically that's as a result of trauma. Something happened in the past and the brain's protecting itself. So what is the formal definition of psychogenic deafness? The mind and body connection. Underlying psychological factors. So the mind protects itself. How? It blocks sound. How do medical professionals diagnose this? What does psychogenic deafness look like? Each person with this disorder exhibits differently. So psychogenic deafness typically will come out of nowhere. It'll happen all at once. There's no warning ahead of time, no history of deafness, nothing until it hits. A person can have deafness in one ear or in both. So the ability to hear might fluctuate according to the sound. Sometimes they might be fully deaf, sometimes they might be able to hear somewhat. When a medical professional does tests and such, there's no indication of any organic or physical issue in the ear. A person might be deaf and not able to hear, but when an audiologist tests, it might show normal levels of hearing. There may be times when a person with psychogenic deafness can hear some sounds, but other sounds they just can't. There may be times when this person can't hear normal sounds, but a big sound and a really disruptive sound, they'll not only feel the vibrations, but they'll be able to hear it as well. With psychogenic deafness, typically there's no neurological problems such as balance issues, confusion, disorientation. PTSD, anxiety, stress, depression, all can cause psychogenic deafness. For some, the deafness will hit immediately after a traumatic event, just instantaneously. But for others, it might be years and years later that all of a sudden it hits, and it just feels very random because it's like, where did that come from? How to treat psychogenic deafness. Counseling and psychotherapy. Because psychogenic deafness is rooted in trauma, the only way to treat it or help it dissipate is through therapy and counseling. For example, EMDR. EMDR is an approach that can help. EMDR can help identify and recognize the issues behind the deafness. EMDR can help alleviate the psychological distress. EMDR also helps people's negative beliefs become positive beliefs. EMDR can provide skills necessary to improve our coping mechanisms, the ability to control ourselves. EMDR can provide tools and skills that will help manage emotions so that they're less extreme, more balanced. EMDR helps a person with their self-esteem, their self-respect. So I know that many of you are watching today's videos wondering how you can support someone who's deaf because of trauma. I'll show you a few ideas. So you're already doing the first thing. You're watching this video. You're learning how to support someone. Remember that their deafness is not a physical issue, but a mental one. So the approaches between the two are not the same. Some people with psychogenic deafness prefer to sign. Others communicate in other ways. You can support them by respecting their communication preference. Don't blame someone for their hearing loss. Being blamed for this makes the emotional burden even heavier. The mind is complicated, so it needs a professional therapist to help. Each person's situation and experiences are going to be very different. There's no one approach that meets every single need out there. No, you have to ask the individuals, how can I help you and meet your needs? Psychogenic deafness is entrenched, rooted in psychological trauma and PTSD. So to go up to someone and just start asking tons of questions about why this is going on, why it's happening, you got to be careful. You can be willing to communicate, willing to talk anytime, but avoid asking them a ton of questions. I think it's important that we recognize the need for time. They need time to figure out what's going on in their emotions, especially if they are in the deaf community, big D deaf. The culture, everything, the identity, it might be very confusing. They feel betrayed. When you are having a conversation with someone who has psychogenic deafness, talk clear, sign clearly, slowly, be patient. They might need time to process that information. Someone's ears turn off often when they're not feeling safe. You can provide a safe environment and tell them, don't worry, you're safe with me. As they feel safe, their ears are more likely to turn on. You can say, I love you, I support you, no matter if your ears are on or off, I love you. Welcome that person to activities. Invite them to hang out with others and be social. You can help the other people there understand why this person's ears are on or off. Just explain the basics, just a concise version so that they can understand how to create that safe environment and support that person too. For example, let's say you're at a party. You can help the other people there by showing them how to welcome that person and include them and show them their worth, thus reducing triggers and making deafness less likely. So be careful with this next one, but you can offer professional psychological health, audiologists, doctors, support. You can offer those resources, specifically professionals who are experts in conversion disorders. So psychological deafness, that is a really hard challenge. It's confusing. It's a hard, long journey. So you'll need to be patient in your support. Whether or not their ears are on or off, you show that love in the course of their healing. There may be someone close to you that's feeling very confused and awkward about this situation. Their ears are on and off. They don't understand why. They're just feeling like maybe I'm faking it. you can help them and the people around that person by teaching and explaining psychological deafness, because most people really have no idea about it. With your help, the stigma surrounding this issue can be significantly reduced. So sadly, this topic so far has had very limited research. And hopefully in the future, there will be more and more psychologists and experts in this field of study that will really take the time to analyze this interesting issue. I hope this video helps us not assume why someone is deaf. There are a variety of reasons for why someone is deaf, not just physical reasons, but mental as well. So hopefully before the next time you approach someone, you think, maybe they're faking it. You can think, oh, wait, maybe they have psychological deafness. And that really is a confusing journey. So please be patient. Remember that maybe someone isn't faking it. Maybe they have psychological deafness and they might not even realize it, and they can't describe why it's happening to them. They don't know that it's rooted in trauma and PTSD. And before you assume someone is not deaf, not real, they're faking it, keep in mind, maybe in the back of your mind, that there might be a psychological reason behind it, and that's a real reason too. Thank you so much for watching. Please remember to subscribe. Thank you for all your support. Love ya.